This is step by step what I would do if I was going to be building an online business right now using AI. Because here's the problem. If you're selling automations, in, make prompts, digital courses, things like that are just purely built with AI, you have a massive weakness. I mean, I would actually just go so far to say you don't have a business. What you have is a hack that's running on fumes on a trend. You're just trend jacking. Sorry. So here's the problem. In or make.com automations are not yours. You do not own them. Anybody can take them and just go resell them. I can go on LinkedIn and reply to somebody's comment and get a big in automation, and then I can just go resell it. Okay? So there's no business there. There's only a race to the bottom. Can you make money doing that? Yes. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not my point here at all. So, again, selling things like prompts, no business, okay? The business side of that is just gone. So here's what I would do if I was starting a business from scratch with AI. Number one, so counterintuitively, I would build this business around me as a person, a human being, talking to you through a camera. Why? Because people buy from people, and they buy solutions to their pain, and they buy things they really want. But it's much easier to sell anything to anybody online if they know you, like you, and trust you. Just as a quick example, I'm building a coaching business right now. And what I want to do is I want it to be very human-led. It's just me one-on-one with people, helping them solve marketing and business problems. And AI is the augmented stack in the background that kind of helps me scale stuff. So when I get on a call with people right now and they want to talk to me, it's because they've connected to me through a video or something like that, and they're just like, man, I want to pick your brain. I want to know more about what you've been through, what you've solved, stuff like that. So that's that connection, that's that trust, that know, like, and trust. And if you're trying to do that through machines, through automated content, and all you're doing is putting garbage fluff out there in the world, can you sell stuff? Yes. Will you build a business that really connects to people? No. And is there any edge there at all? No. Okay, absolutely not. And just like a little backstory, I built and scaled a business on top of automated content before ChatGPT really went mainstream, okay? Before they released their app to the consumer side app. And I built a business scaling automated SEO content, and it worked really well until everybody caught on how to do that, and then there's nothing left in that business. You are just now a sea of slop. You're just one little particle of whatever in a sea of slop. And this is exactly what's going to happen to all these and make.com automation sellers, prompt sellers, Canva template sellers, whatever. It's just a race to the bottom. Okay? So that's number one. Figure out how you want to lead your business as a human being to stand out in a world of AI slop, okay? Number two, get really, really close to the person that you want to serve. And I mean in like an uncomfortable way, okay? So this is a step I skipped often in the past when I was chasing shiny objects, is like deeply understanding who I want to help. And you need to front load your business with this, okay? Call it target market research, audience research, whatever you want to call it. You need to get so deep into their head, you know what's keeping them up at night, what's waking them up in the morning, what's getting their asses from the bed into their, into their office, whatever. If you don't know this stuff, then you cannot build a truly profitable business around them. And if you're only skimming the surface with them, then you cannot, that's it. You will continue to skim the surface forever, and you'll be able to sell them, a thing here and there. But that deeper level connection where you can sell them $2,000 a month coaching, masterminds, $2,000 courses, whatever, you won't be able to do that unless you really truly understand them, their problems, their needs, their desires, what keeps them up at night. So that's number 2, deep reflection on your target audience. And if you're like me, and if you're like a lot of other business people on YouTubes or whatever, the funny thing that's going to happen is it's going to end up being you. So you're going to end up being like, oh, the person I'm serving is me. The person that I can truly build transformative products and services around actually is me, because I know myself so deeply. But that's a self-reflection moment. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to, you have to be able to tear yourself down in a way to be able to get to those core truths, all the narratives, all the things that you went through, all those problems that you solved to get to where you are, to build something extraordinary. All of those reflective moments are ways you can serve your target audience. Number 3, and that leads to the next thing, is to understand what are those problems deeply, figure out each one of those problems, and then figure out what is the core problem that you solve for that target audience, and build one offer around it. One offer for one target market. And that'll lead me into my next thing. But if you can do that, here's the problem, right? And this is where AI can help you stay on track. Most people tend to get momentum and then lose momentum because they have a lack of focus problem. And momentum is one of the secrets to success. You got to hold on to it when you have it. If you can't, you're always kind of starting from zero, right? And this is just something that I've been through so many times. Starting over, you're on this wave pattern. You get some momentum, you crash down, you start over, you start something new, you get to the top, you start over. So the secret to success, in my opinion, is like everybody's on the wave. You can't ever get off the wave, but you can make it so that the lower lows are a little bit higher each time, and that happens with focus. So you're going up, you have momentum, you crash. If you bottom out, right, and then you start from scratch, it's over. You're on a new wave. So what you want to do is each time the wave is getting a little bit higher, right? So that's to me is the secret of success. You can never get rid of these highs and lows, but you can kind of front load the train a little bit so that you can constantly be getting a little bit higher and a little bit higher. And the way that you do that is what I'm telling you in this video, getting really deeply tight with your target audience. And in this one, just really understanding what exactly is their problem that you can help them fix. And then you're just getting so dialed in, so insanely focused on solving that one problem for them, so that you remove all the distractions around you, all the little ideas that you get. You just want to delete them. The more that you delete, the more that you can focus on this one big problem. And this is where you should start using AI. I mean, in the ideation stage, all these things, that not removing yourself from the equation, from the process, but to augment your research, to help you uncover new ways to solve those problems. And in general, to just kind of front load, your process there. So that leads me now to number 4, one traffic source. Okay, if you're doing YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever feels comfortable to you, SEO, paid ads, focus on one channel only in the beginning. So now we have one problem we're solving for one target market. We're building one product to serve them, and we're delivering it over one channel. Okay, I think this is key because, again, it's about focus and it's about momentum. And you can't truly tap, especially if we're talking organic, you can't really tap into the power of organic until you've dived into it so deep that you start to get that reciprocal positive feedback loop. And that every step of the way in this process, you are, again, back to what I would do in building businesses in the age of automated scaled content, augmenting the human side with the AI, not replacing it. So every step of the way, you're human led, right? You're putting yourself in front of the camera or or you're the one doing the writing, using ChatGPT or whatever to help you uncover and do research and to help you scale, peel back the layers of the onion to get to the deeper truth, but never deleting yourself. Because again, when you remove yourself, you put that brand to risk. You put yourself, your business at risk, because you make it so easy for somebody else to just come in there, run some scripts and copy whatever you're doing. Nobody can easily replicate your human to human connection that you're building. So that takes me to step number 5. Building a product that's so good it solves that core problem, and you have one core offer that you're building around it. It could be a course, it could be coaching, it could be an agency, whatever. It could be services, but you build it so good, you truly, if you can truly solve your target market's problem, that's when you can charge like the big money. Okay, the problem here, if you're selling anything over like $100, people need to know and to like and to trust that person behind that product. So it becomes it's pretty easy, I think, to sell more spontaneity buys, but you're going to be charging under $100. Like if you're charging, if you're selling a prompt pack or something, maybe you can sell that from $7 to $49. People will swipe their card for that, but they're not going to pay $1,000 for it. They will do that if you solve a really pressing problem for them, or put in front of them a vehicle that can help them get from point A to point B where they actually want to go. So your product needs to reflect that. It needs to be so good, and it needs to connect to them on such a deep level that they turn around to their colleagues and say, man, this was amazing. It actually really helped me out. Because when you can do that, when you've connected with them in that way, whether it's through videos or through one-on-one coaching, selling them the next thing will be incredibly easy. And there's a saying in marketing that, I'll just break it down to you. Essentially, it costs a lot more to acquire a new customer than to continue to serve or to retain a current customer. So you want that experience to be so good that they stick around for your next pitch, because chances are it'll be much easier to sell that to them. All right, so that's it. So notice that in this entire ramble that I didn't really mention using AI to build the product or to sell the product. Can you do that stuff? Yes. Can it make it more effective? Yes. But what I want to help people understand is using it to augment the human side of their business. If you're coaching, this is especially important. Like, never remove yourself from the loop. If you're selling courses, whatever, but using it to augment the research, the process is in the background, the systems, the funnels, the metrics, the data, all those things, absolutely. Removing yourself,